Hello everybody, and welcome to a modern cube draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I do want to remind you that if you enjoyed this video and want to support the channel, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If the video gets to 50 thumbs up, I will post another video tomorrow, so the very next day. If you want to see more content, hitting that thumbs up button is a great way to support that. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to join our community here on YouTube, and click that bell so you don't miss any future videos. Leave a comment if you have any questions at all. And if you would like to support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas or by buying cards using the affiliate link. But without further ado, let's get into the pack. And I think here is a pretty clear Scalding Tarn. This is Modern Cube, by the way. If you don't know what Cube is, it is basically a collection of just really powerful cards that you draft with. And in this type of format, taking lands is super powerful, especially fetch lands and lands that have the basic land subtype, because then you can get really good mana fixing. Blue is almost always a great color in Cube. And yeah, taking a Scalding Tarn to start off is pretty nice. You might be wondering, but wait, a Johnny Vengeance, Jace, all these super powerful cards. But the thing about this cube is there's so many powerful cards that just getting mana fixing is super high priority, because like you're going to have a ton of great cards in your deck. Like look at this pack. There's like Avacyn, Huntmaster, Karanas, all these great cards. But the key is if you can get the good mana fixing to go with those good cards, you're not going to lose any games to Mana Screw, because your card quality is going to be absurd no matter what you do. In this pack, I'm tempted by Flooded Strand. This just another one. Now, if I get like a Steam Vents, which is an island mountain, then I can then have like 3 different copies of it essentially. Other than that, Elves of Deep Shadow is kind of tempting. It's just a cheap mana elf. I mean, you don't really need to prioritize expensive cards, but they're all sweet. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna take the Flooded Strand here pretty clearly. Let's see if there's anyone in my pod that I know. I'm here, of course, MTG Legend, so if you ever play against me, let me know. But I don't know any of these people. Some of these names are great, though. But yeah, we're just going to take the Flooded Strand over probably Elves or Goblin, or honestly, Mimic Vat is kind of good because there's a decent number of enters and battlefield effects. We're just going to keep taking these lands. I will note that the lands like Botanical Sanctum are a decent amount worse because, again, like if I get a land that's fetchable, like a blue-green fetch land, like a Breeding Pool or something like that, I now have 3 copies of that, but that doesn't really work the same way with Botanical Sanctum. I could try to build a Reanimator type deck with Elish Norn. That's a pretty good reanimation target. Vendilion Click is really hard to go wrong with. Just a super powerful card, and probably the one that I'm going to take out of this pack. Master of the Wild Hunt is like okay, but a lot of the time it's just not powerful enough for this type of cube because it's a bit slow. Because if you're relying on this to just win you the game, it's not going to work out because they'll just play one of their other very powerful cards. Blink of an Eye is actually kind of cool. But I think Vendilion Click is a really nice one to pick up here. Mono Red, if you're new to cubes, just forcing Mono Red is probably a decent strategy because it's almost always open, and it's almost always an archetype in cubes. I like Is It Charm, but it does commit me to 2 colors, whereas Vendilion Click is just a fantastic card in any blue deck, and playing blue is fun, so I like that. Okay. Another type of card that gets a little bit worse in cube is Wrath of God, because a lot of the time you're losing to Planeswalkers or just completely busted, like Shenanigans. What is in this pack? Mind Shatter. So, Night Veil Spectre is interesting. Murderous Cut. You don't really need to prioritize these because there's just so many removal spells, and you can just pick and choose which ones you want. Dissolve is a bit expensive. This pack's overall not super exciting to me. I'm not sure how good Reclamation Sage is in this cube, but I might just take it here. Polukranos generally a bit slow. I think it's between Night Veil Spectre, Wrath of God, Rec Sage, and Dissolve. Wrath of God is interesting because it kind of fits in a controlling shell. I'm just going to take the Rec Sage. There's probably a decent number of artifacts in it. At the very least, it's a great sideboard card if I end up in those colors. And now there is Go for the Throat as a removal spell. I don't love just taking removal spells, though. Lifebane Zombie. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's not great for... yeah, unless they're playing green or white, it's pretty great, but I mean, not super high on it otherwise. Gideon Jura, a decent Planeswalker. There is Terminate, Roast. I would rather be blue-red than black-red, so I think I would take Roast over Go for the Throat, because Roast is going to kill most of the same things. I'm not really high on Engineered Explosives. I've never actually played Finale. Abbott is kind of sweet in mono-red, but we're just going to take the Roast here. And now there's a Burst Lightning, there's a Tempest Djinn, but I don't think we're really going for a Tempest Djinn type strategy. Manic Vandal is like halfway Reclamation Sage. Wall of Omens can be decent. Breeding Pool is decent fixing for like double colored cards like Vendilion Click. I think we're just going to take a land here over Wall of Omens, because we could play Grixis or blue-black. Sunlance is a sweet card. Wall of Omens is interesting, but I think we're just going to take the Dark Slick Shores. Gideon, a great card. I think white is looking pretty open to me, specifically like medium white planeswalkers, and then this card works really well with like Wrath of God that we already passed. That's kind of a cool card. There's an Icefall Regent, which is a card I really like because it was one of the first rares I ever opened, but it's not like insane or anything. Shriekmaw and Reid the Bones are both pretty solid, but I think we're just going to take Gideon. I'm not super worried about making playable, so we're just still hedging around, figuring out what we want to be doing. Thassa, the Selfless Spirit. Languish is interesting, but it's not like an absurd like thing when there's cards like Wrath of God in this set, in the cube. I mean, Thassa. We're not really playing a mono blue deck or anything. I think we're just going to take the Languish over Selfless Spirit. 4th color, no big deal. And now there's a Godless Shrine. Godless Shrine can be fetched with Flooded Strand, so it's a nice little shock land to pick up. Nimble Obstructionist is okay, but I'd rather just get a Godless Shrine because it looks like I might be playing white and maybe even playing black as well. Not a huge fan of just taking a Pia or a Flame Slash. Mimic Vat came back. Mimic Vat seems pretty good to me. So does Crater Maker. Kind of just want to take the Crater Maker potentially. I think Mimic Vat could be good. Let's just take it. It's an artifact. It's going to make my deck a decent amount of the time. Chain Whirler came back. This is why you can almost always play mono red, is because cards like Chain Whirler just never get taken. I'm just going to take Spear maybe. Magma Jet's not great. So we are kind of in a weird spot. We'll just take the Dissolve now. And now Gideon Jura came back. Nice. Wall of Omens came back. So we're kind of gearing up to play a control deck. Like we have a couple Gideons. Don't think we're playing green. We didn't really see a lot of green. So we could play white, blue. We could play, and Spear is not super great in that. We could play white, blue. We could play white, black. Terramorphic Expanse. Okay. In this pack, there is Thalia, which can disrupt strategies a decent amount. There is Karn Liberated as a finisher, but you don't really need to prioritize finishers. Narset's decent. There's a Never to Return in case I wanted to play black, but that is a heavy commitment to 2 black. There's also Quarantine Field. Garruk, Apex Predator. What do I want to take here? I could just take the Terramorphic Expanse, but that seems a little bit dicey. I think Quarantine Field seems decent to me, though there are things like Rex H to just completely wreck that card. Never to Return is also interesting. I think we just take Never to Return and then see what happens. I'm not really a huge fan of Terramorphic Expanse. Karn's a decent value engine. There is Damnation. Mana Tithe is an interesting one. I could see taking Damnation and then just moving towards white-black, like, kind of control. I mean, doesn't look like blue's super open either. Karn's also a decent value engine. Vizier is a pretty good card. I think we could just take Karn and get away with it, probably. But Damnation's also pretty powerful. This is a tricky pick. White-black control seems like a really bad place to end up. Like, I really don't think that that strategy is going to work out for me in the long run here. Oh, man, I am not optimistic about that one. I'm just going to take Damnation, though. And now there is Vraska's Contempt. There's Condemn. Silverblade Paladin. Okay, Ether Sphere Harvester is kind of cool to get around the 2 sweepers I have. Lightning Helix. So we have a couple of white-black lands. So we have pretty good mana for a white-black deck. But I'm still not loving the fact that we are in white and black. I kind of just want to take the Harvester. Kind of want to take Vraska's Contempt. We're just going to take Vraska's Contempt here. Pretty nice catch-all answer. And now there is a Tide Hollow Sculler. Maybe this will even wheel, because nobody else is probably in white-black. So I could take the Sky Sovereign. I mean, I feel like this is going to wheel. Batterskull is also an interesting one. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Sky Sovereign and wheel this. Unless someone else is in exactly black-white, it should wheel. And even if it doesn't wheel, I'm not, like, super sad. But Sky Sovereign's a nice little card to play around my sweepers. Marsh Flats for better mana. Pretty excited to get that one. Flicker Wisp does some cool things. Scrap Heap's decent, but easily just picking up more mana fixing for my deck. Oh, Sorin. Hype. Oh, Hallowed Fountain is really interesting here. Because then, plus Scalding Tarn and plus my Marsh Flats, I could have a pretty easy fix. In Flooded Strand, I could have a pretty easy fix for a single blue card. I don't need Terminus because I already have 2 sweepers, even though I would probably play Terminus. Night's Whisper is decent card draw, but I'm not really looking for that. And then I could even splash stuff later. The Hallowed Fountain seems like a really good pick here to unlock Splashing Blue. Yeah, this card's pretty powerful, but like it's a 6-drop. You don't really need to prioritize those. Give Reverence pretty powerful. But yeah, we're just going to take the land here and then look to splash at least 1 blue card. There's a Day of Judgment. There's a Sphinx's Revelation, which is the exact type of card that you would want to splash here. Just draw a bunch of cards, which is something white can struggle with. I think we'll just take it. And now our deck is really coming together. Day of Judgment, we already have 2 sweepers. We don't really need to prioritize a 3rd one. Pestermite, there's a Lyra, but we already have a couple 5-drops. So yeah, let's just get this card as a nice little payoff. And then Glacial Fortress. Ooh my gosh, Ashiok. Ashiok is a great card to splash. This card can just win you the game by itself a lot of the time. This card is really dumb. In Cube, in particular. Like, you just play this and you just start plussing, and then they just lose the game slowly but surely. We aren't really looking for 1-drop white creatures. Glacial Fortress is like the next closest to being picked, just to help with our splash. Oh, I guess this is a double blue card. Whoops, my bad. Ashiok's more the type of card we want to splash. I messed that pick up. Whoopsie daisies. Now we can take Quarantine Field or Thalia. I think we just want to take Thalia for some early interaction that kind of disrupts them a little bit. And now Mana Tithe is just kind of hilarious, so we're just going to do it. Ether Sphere, again, interacts pretty favorably with our sweepers. Tide Hollow Scroller did come back, as I expected. We're not going to splash a Condescend, so we'll just take a Flicker Wisp. There's a lot of utility you can get out of Flicker Wisp. So I did mess up on the Sphinx's Revelation. I thought it was, yeah, I didn't read the casting cost. It's double blue. Whoopsie daisies. The thing about Cube, it's not like I'm missing out on a ton because like every pack has so many powerful cards in it. I think Ashiok's a good card to splash. Whoa, both of them came back. I don't think we're really a creature deck, so let's just take the Terminus. So now we have 3 sweepers. Pestermite, last pick. What the heck? Our mana's great. We've got a lot of good cards going on. Decent game plan. This card can also help us splash blue. Okay. So, looking at this pack, Polluted Delta is a great pickup because it does help us with our blue splash. We don't really need another big finisher, so Wormcoil is not a huge priority. Temporal Mastery would be pretty good in our deck because we do have like 1, 2, 3 Planeswalkers, so I wouldn't mind Temporal Mastery, but I think getting another land to help our mana is just really key here. And pretty happy to see it. And then hope to wheel like Disfigure. I would ideally wheel the Temporal, but it's never going to wheel. Geist, another like nice little win condition to splash. Shelldog Isle is really powerful, but we don't really have a ton of powerful things to do with it. We don't want Immortal Sun in our triple Planeswalker deck. I think Geist is probably just the pickup. It can just kind of win you the game on its own. Yeah, that seems fine to me. So we're like black-white splashing a couple of win condition cards. And now Settle the Wreckage. That's really funny. That's a really funny type of card. Okay. We're not really a Ranger. If Eos deck. I don't really love the swords and the cubes. They're just a bit clunky. Spell Queller's not really one that I'd love to splash. I don't really want to play Settle the Wreckage either, though, because I already have a bunch of sweepers. I guess Spell Queller's the card I'm going to pick up, but I'm not like super ecstatic about it. And I might not even play it. Isolated Chapel for better mana. There's also Mirren, Crusader, Finale of Eternity. That could be a nice little card in our deck. Cast Out seems decent as well. It's a nice catch-all answer that can be cycled. We could just take better mana, though, which I'm inclined to do when our deck is just pretty good already. Maybe we do just... We already have a lot of good mana, though. So I kind of want to take Cast down. This is a tricky pick. Getting the land is very tempting. Let's just take the land. I almost always default to just take the land every time, even when I'm telling myself that I don't need it. Hangerback's alright. Bramaz is kind of a bit meh. Bells and Lock. 4 or greater. We have a decent number of 4 or greaters. I don't think we really want Bells and Lock, though. Hangerback. Oust. Oust is okay for removal, but not insane. I guess we'll just take it because it's cheap interaction. We kind of need a bit of that. And now there is Staff of Win. That could be a card advantage engine that we need. We're not really a Sundering Titan deck. We're not really a Gilded Lotus deck. So yeah, let's just take the Staff of Nin. And now there's a Restoration Angel, which just does a lot of good things. There's a Breeding Pool. Breeding Pool is interesting because we have Scalding Tarn and Polluted Delta and Flooded Strand. So then we could splash green for Reclamation Sage. There's also a Fallen Shinobi, which seems good. And there's a Restoration Angel, which is also quite good. I don't think we have enough good green to be worth splashing off of a Breeding Pool, so I think we should take Fallen Shinobi or Resto. And I just really like Restoration Angel. Just does a lot of good things. And we can now pick up a Conclave Tribunal. Not really a Glory Bound Initiate deck. Or a Faith Fetters. I think we'd rather get the Conclave Tribunal. Intemporal Mastery Wield, that's nice. Though I guess we can't really cast it because it's double blue, so we'll just take a Worm Coil. Or a Disfigure. I think we'll just take Worm Coil. Nice little win condition. Now Silk Wrap. Probably not going to play that, though. I guess we'll just take the Ranger. Our deck is interesting for sure. Mimic Vat could be interesting as well. Mirren Crusader came back. Sure. Bramaz came back. Well, our deck seems like a pile of just mediocre black-white cards, but that's the thing about Cube. You never know how good it is until you try it out. Actually, that's not true, really, but you can definitely have a sense of how good something is before you try it out, but I'm definitely excited to try this deck out. It has great mana, which is awesome. It's always fun to have good mana in your deck. Mimic Vat, token copy card. How many enters to battlefields do we have? We have... It just gets exiled, right? Yeah, so it doesn't work with this. Works decent with Flicker Wisp. Works decently with that. Works with Wall of Omens, kind of. I don't think we want it, though. Okay, so we have, if we cut these out, then we have 26 cards. So we can cut 3, which is nice. So we're not really a Spear of Heliod deck. We are not really a Bramaz deck. We're not really a Mirren Crusader Flicker Wisp deck, but I think those cards have some utility that it's worth playing them. And then we don't really need, what's our last cut? I could see cutting Silk Wrap maybe. I could see cutting Aethersphere Harvester. Let's just cut that. Okay, now sort by color. Definitely a primarily white deck. These are like our blue splash cards. So we only have 3 blues. So let's add these lands and start sorting them. So this, any color, any color, any color, because they can get island. We just need 1 island in the deck. No, actually, we can probably just get away with just Dark Slick Shores and Hollowed Fountain, because it's 6 blue sources. Then we have 3 black-white cards, 4. So we have 9. We only need to add 8 lands. So this can tap for any of our colors. This can get any of our colors. This can get any of our colors. This is black, white, black, white, black, white. This can get any of our colors. Wow, 4 fetch lands is awesome. And then these are blue lands and black. There's a blue land and a black land that also makes our splash. Okay. Okay. So. We don't really need any blue sources. We have 6 of them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white sources so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 black sources. So let's just add a bunch of plains. So this will bring us up to 12 white sources, and then this would be 11 black sources, 7 blue sources. That seems decent to me. Yeah, I actually really like that configuration, because then I have 7 blue sources for my 3 blue cards. I have 2 fetchable sources in case one gets milled or something. And I have a bunch of double black cards, so having 11 sources of black seems really good to me. But yeah, that is going to do it for the build and the drafting portion. We'll have to see how the deck performs. Not the most powerful cube deck I've ever had, but definitely seems like it can win some matches and have some fun. So I hope you stay with me for the matches. Welcome to round 1. We're playing against Reid Duke. Now I wish... Okay, we will go first. Let's see how we do. Okay, we have what is probably a mulligan with only 2 lands and a bunch of expensive spells and a couple blue cards. And we're going to mulligan this. And we will keep this hand. And we will get rid of probably the Terminus. Okay. Oh man, this is sick. Oh man, we're against Reid Duke. Life is good. Life is good. Holy smokes. Time to focus up, folks. Gonna lead with Dark Slick Shores. Oh, that's exciting stuff. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's a red deck? Maybe we can get him with our Languish. Okay, let's go. Wall of Omens. Oh, man, I'm so excited, folks. You have no idea. Oh, Flicker Wisp on our Wall of Omens. The combo. Oh, my gosh. It's not the combo that we thought we would see, but it's the combo we deserve. Oh, more value! Oh, this is so sick. I'm so excited. This is awesome. Currently, our Languish kills both of our own creatures. Oh gosh, this is so awesome. Oh man. Let's see what you think of my hand. Oh man. This hand is not great. It's not good against Doomfall, that's for sure. Oh man. Okay, Never to Return is gone. That makes me think they have a Planeswalker. We're just going to hold up Spell Queller even though they know about it, I think. Though, getting Thalia down is tempting. A player like Reid is not going to walk into my Spell Queller. And Thalia can maybe shut him down a little bit, make it harder for him to cast his spells. I feel like he has a Planeswalker, and also just having more creatures in play is good against Planeswalkers. Whip of Erebos. Oh gosh, what is happening? I have no idea, but I'm terrified. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go. Spell Queller to the rescue. I am so terrified of what's going on over on his side of the board. Oh gosh, he must know what he's doing. Oh. Blue. White. That. Sure. Let's get our Hallowed Fountain. Let's just send in the squad. Keep the pressure up. If he wants to use a removal spell on my Thalia instead of my Spell Queller, that's fine with me. And Thalia really shuts down this token pretty well. Oh no. Okay, he's out of cards. I think we're about to take game one against Reid Duke. Don't hold your breath, though. Okay. I think we got this. And we have Restoration Angel to protect from any shenanigans. Moment of truth! Moment of truth! Oh, man. We can draw an extra card. We can protect from removal. Oh my gosh, we got game one! Let's go. Okay, so he's playing Grixis stuff. What's good against Grixis stuff? Maybe Vermaz? Ranger Captain's definitely not that good. Spear of Heliod? No. Oh man, this is intense. Ether Sphere Harvester is interesting because he has like that sorcery speed removal. I think we just run it back though. I really hope we get him with Mana Tithe. Oh man, this is insane. I'm so hyped. Oh my gosh. playing against living legend Reid Duke, and we're up a game. Oh, it's so cool. This is sick. This is where I would bring in Reclamation Sage if I'd taken the breeding pool. His colors can maybe struggle with my Worm Coil engine, my sweepers. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh, this is the greatest. Okay, on the draw we have to mulligan this. And we will keep this and get rid of a staff. It's just too expensive. Okay, we're going to go Polluted Delta, and then we're going to fetch for a Hollowed Fountain. And then we're going to play turn 2 Godless Shrine untapped and Tide Hollow Sculler him. Hey, there's Staff of Nin again. He's got his whip. He's got Exquisite Firecraft. Let's just get rid of the Exquisite Firecraft. Make him use his Dreadbore on it. And then our Ashiok can maybe take over for a little bit. Abbott, okay. Oh, Koth, thank goodness. So then he's going to Dreadbore. Perfect. It's all going as I had foreseen. Sure. Also, now this can actually fetch a land. So we're going to play that one now. So he has Whip, and he has Exquisite Firecraft in hand. We can't really just jam Ashiok. We don't really want to just jam the Geist. So that's gone. How much does it cost to use Whip? 4? I kind of just want to trade here, then slam Ashiok. Okay. So we milled 3 lands. Bitter Blossom. Oh my gosh, that's such a Reid Duke card. Okay, we're going to Silk Wrap that, probably. Hopefully we draw a land here. Okay, we did not draw a land. Okay, what did we hit here? Doom Whisperer. Nice. Okay, we can't actually cast our Never to Return. Okay. Things are getting intense. We need to draw our land so we can cast our Staff of Nin. Staff of Nin can start pinging down all the Bitter Blossom tokens. He's whipping back the Abbot. Doomfall, eh? Give me a land. That is a land for sure. Ooh, rekindling Phoenix, eh? Oh gosh, things are looking up, folks. I think we're just gonna play Geist, save the Never to Return. The Geist. The Geist himself! The defensive Geist. That we're just playing as a 2/2 hexproof blocker, because such is life. And then we hope to just get to our Staff of Nin. Oh man, there's a Legion War Boss, there's Rekindling Phoenix. We got this. We got this. Oh man, playing against Reid Duke, the legend himself. Attacking Ashiok, yep. Okay, that's really bad. Not unbeatable. Land me. No! Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. So he can animate Lava Claw Reaches next turn to take down Ashiok. That's unfortunate. Muchos unfortunate. I wish I could kill Lance with this. Yeah, he's animating it. Or he's got Koth. The Dark Slick Shores cost may big time. Yep. Wow, such a technical attack. No fear. Give me a Wrath. Oh, I have so many. I'm so scared of this Lava Claw Reaches right now. It hits so hard. Okay, that's a fantastic draw. Mana Tithe. Oh gosh. I can take over if I draw a sweeper. No! Oh my gosh, I can't counter it! That's so bad! Oh my gosh, I have it! I have the Mana Tithe too! No! Oh, that's so brutal! Okay, that was funny. Holy hell. I'm not going to show him that I had Mana Tithe, but that's actually hilarious. Okay. Brahmaz seems decent. Potentially. Oh, goodness. That's actually hilarious. That's so funny. Brahmaz. So he has Bonfire. That's not great for me. He is playing a non-black-green deck. Let's just make that little substitution and then hope for the best. Oh, gosh. Game 3 against Reid Duke. We have mulliganed both games. So, let's hope for the best in this one. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I could have stabilized the stupid uncounterable clause. I had the Mana Tithe, too. Gosh darn it, that's so funny. That is hilarious. Oh, man. Our draws. If we'd been able to get the Staff of Nin into play one turn sooner, we might have had it. Oh, man. No, I really want to win. I really want to win against Reid Duke. Oh, my gosh. This is insane. What a game. Oh, goodness. That land was brutal. It just could not be stopped. Hits like a truck. Maybe we'd rather do that. Huh. Because this thing doesn't get crewed very easily. I guess we have this Gideon and this Gideon to crew it, but... Okay, it all comes down to this. No! We had the mulligan again. Okay, we'll keep this. We'll keep this. This is a solid enough hand. Oh, we're going to keep, and we're going to get rid of our damnation here. Because our hand is very creature reliant. I ideally want to be able to curve Tide Hollow into Brahmaz. Come on! One land off the top! Let's get our hollowed fountain. We're just going to prepare for the best possible scenario. Okay. He kept a one-lander? Oh, gosh. And this is an artifact creature. So I guess we have to take the Ingot Chewer. Oh my gosh. Please don't draw a land. Why would he keep this hand? No! What a lucky guy! Oh, the god tier draw right off the top. Gosh darn it. Give me a land, please. One of your finest lands. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. No! Don't draw another land. Don't draw it. Don't do it. Don't do me like this. No! What a luck sack! Holy hell! The luckiest guy ever. No! Oh my gosh. What a lucky guy. I'm so sad. Oh my gosh, that's so brutal. Don't do me like this again. Don't draw another land. Holy... He drew 2 lands in a row! No! What a god! What the heck? Holy hell! I'm so confused! How? How? What is happening? Gosh darn it. I'm so sad. Okay, go for your Glorybringer. Oh, never mind. He's not going for Glorybringer. So he has Ingot Chewer now. I don't really want to cast my Gideon into Dreadbore. That's really sad. Okay. I guess we'll just get it out of his hand. It's really not ideal, though. I'm so sad right now. This is such a nightmare. Holy heck. Oh, man. So we know he has Glorybringer, Ingot Chewer. That's actually really funny. I'm just going to let him play his Dreadbore. I guess that's why I would say I would use Vraska's Contempt instead of Conclave Tribunal on the Goblin Chain Whirler. I was thinking if he played... Yeah, I think using the Conclave was just a mistake. It's probably going to cost me. Yep. Gosh darn it. We were so close. Yes! Oh, the sick Mana Tithe play. That's what I like to see. So he only has 4 power. We might have this if Ashiok can come through clutch. Whip. Okay. So, it's at 3 loyalty. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers for next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't hold up Vraska's Contempt, and I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can play Flicker Wisp, Oust, and hold up Vraska's Contempt. I think I'm just going to Flicker Wisp my own Conclave Tribunal to get rid of... No, because then this thing kills my guy. Yeah. Okay, get that Scry in. I know he has an Ingot Chewer in his hand as one of his 5 cards. Gosh darn it. Oh my gosh. I'm so sad. Oh, man. We could have beaten him. I should have saved my Thalia. Whip of Erebos does not seem like it has been doing that much work for him. Oh gosh. Okay. Maybe we're making a comeback. His deck seems like not the greatest either. Gosh darn it! No, Reid Duke! Gosh darn it. That is so silly. Oh, man. No! What the heck? No! How much? It's just my life, right? I just die for 5. Gosh. That is so savage. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're just dead. GG. Oh my gosh. Gosh darn it. Oh, well, we lost against Reid Duke, the legend himself, but we'll be back for the next round. And welcome to round 2. Going to be hard for any match to live up to that hype of the first round, but, you know, such is life. We have to mulligan this hand. We have all expensive cards, nothing to do early, 2 lands. This hand is much better. We'll keep. Man. Ah! Yeah, overall, though, pretty sad with... I should have played my Isolated Chapel. That was really bad. Never punished, as they say. But yeah, that last round, there was nothing I could have really done differently, I don't think. We're just going to shut that one down. You never know when you're going to get to use your Mana Tithe. And we'll play the Darkslick Shores now, hold up our Spell Queller. Also, he got super lucky. He ripped 3 lands in a row right off the top. So, there's nothing I can do about that. Okay, we will oust that for sure. for 6. We need more gas. More gas needed, soldier. Oh, gosh. No! Oh, goodness. Well, there is now trouble. Vraska's contempt. Ooh, silk wrap. How much does this cost to equip? 5. Ooh. Oh yes, thank you so much, Potato Skis, for the support. I really appreciate it. You just missed our match against Reid Duke. Okay, Master of the Wild Hunt is back. It still can't block my Mirror and Crusader though. Well, against Reid Duke, well, that was a sick draw. We won game 1, which was pretty close, and then we lost game 2. I think we just got kind of crushed by his like Bitter Blossom and his just stuff. We didn't draw particularly well. And then game 3, we kept a 2-lander and he kept a 1-lander. And then he ripped 3 lands in a row, and I kind of stumbled a little bit on my mana. Couldn't deploy my hand out perfectly. And he got there in the end. He drew way better than me, though, that game. So there was like basically nothing I could do. It was rough. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, he has to take... He's just dead. Ha-ha! Justice! This guy doesn't have reach, does he? Boom! We get the W! Let's go! Haha! Game 1 champion here. Cannot lose game 1, clearly. Against his deck, do we want this guy? No. Let's just go. Let's run it back. Oh, man. Losing to Reid Duke in such a way was sad. I didn't feel like he outplayed me. I felt like he just probably had a better deck than me, and he also just, I don't know, drew like a god in certain spots. I also messed up like one time, but it was like okay to, I think actually it wasn't necessarily even a mess up. He just kind of always had what he needed. Okay, on the draw we're going to keep this hand. We've got 2 Wraths against mono green, which is just absurd. And Thalia can maybe slow down their ramp. Or Silk Wrap can kill a mana dork. Yep, rampant growth. Okie doke. Okie dokie dokie doke. Oh gosh. Well, Thrun. We all know that he does literal nothing against either of the Wraths in my hand, which is hilarious. That is pretty splendid. I'll take 4. Opponent's probably like, I have the sideboard tech, but it does not tech against Terminus or Damnation. So I think we're going to curve Damnation into, we're going to just chump Thrun here. Then we're going to play Damnation and then Terminus. Oh, you monster. Not cool, bro. My opponent should know I have a Wrath at this point. Oh my gosh, they're on the land destruction plan. That is so messed up, dude. That is wrong. Oh, man. He's tech edging me twice. Oh, my gosh. Don't tech edge me, bro. Don't do it. Oh, you did it, you filthy. Oh, that's so messed up. That's so messed up. I spent so much time getting great lands, only to have them taken from me. Well, we ripped a land off the top. We're going to protect against future tech edges by playing that for now. And we're going to silk wrap your walking ballista, mate. Ah. Sure, we'll turn your walking ballista into a 4-mana shock. That's a victory for me. Oh my gosh. At least my opponent didn't take care of my only blue source. We totally outplayed him by not playing it. Oh gosh. Thragtusk. Shoot. Land me. Oh yes. Oh yes. So our worm coil engine should be able to stabilize us, or our terminus. Oh my gosh. Because this makes the token when it leaves the battlefield, which happens if it goes to the bottom too. Oh my goodness. Oh right, they get to kill it. That sucks. Whoopsie daisies. I forgot about Treetop Village. Oops, on that play. That was a real bad play, some might say. We're just going to kill Thragtusk, play our land, and then hope that they play another creature so that we can terminus them. They do not have another creature. No, I misclicked! Gosh darn it, Nikolai! You and your clumsiness. Oh my gosh. What a legend. That was such a good play. The classic terminus their 3/3 instead of playing your worm coil engine technique. One can only hope that this works. Now I feel like I'm going to lose because of that silly click. Yeah, wreck Sage. Oh, never fear, the wreck Sage is coming. He'll be wrecking around the mountain when he comes. He'll be wreck saging around the mountain when she comes. Ooh, Flicker Wisp on my Silk Wrap could be sweet. For now, though, we will just attack with our Lifelinker. Gotta gain back that life when she comes. Gotta gain back all that lifelink when it comes. We're making a 2/2 army. Heck yes, yeah. Oh my gosh, we're gonna lose to stupid Karn or something. Nissa who shakes the world. Sure. Let us attempt to kill this Nissa. I'm gonna just admit. Oh, and my opponent concedes. We win the match. Let's go. Oh my gosh, bouncing back after such a tough defeat, and we'll see you in the finals. Hello and welcome to the final round. We won the die roll, 3 for 3 on winning die rolls, and we finally don't have to mulligan. I feel like we've mulliganed like literally every single game, but we can actually keep this hand. Gonna start off with our tap land. And then we can play Concealed Courtyard. Oh, man. And they're playing a black deck, so Mirren Crusader could maybe go to town. Okay, Damnation is gone. Not the biggest deal in this type of matchup. But can you beat a Mirren Crusader? Unfortunately, because they're a black deck, they can actually maybe play the cards that they draw off that. Well, that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Gonti's a great card. I love Gonti. So they're just on a 3-turn clock, because they probably can't interact with this. We can get rid of Nightveil Spectre. No, we can't. We're just going to wait, hold up Resto to protect our Mirren Crusader, and also potentially ambush this thing. Okay, we'll bite. What is it? What do you have? Sure. They used the Vraska's Contempt that they stole from me? No, they have a Vraska's Contempt of their own. Okay, what'd you get, buddy? They got a Godless Shrine? Gosh darn it. That unlocks a lot of my cards, too. Oh, no. I think because it's a different Nightveil Spectre, it resets that thing. Will we lose? I do not see a universe where we come back now. Well, that was disgusting, and we just kind of drew like garbage that game, I'd say. We're bring in Brahmaz and cut the Sky Sovereign. Oh, man. Okay, on to game 2. Let's hope we can get a W here. Have to mulligan. Gosh darn it. And then we kind of have to keep this one. Farewell. Okay, we just don't want to go lower than 6 cards. It's just not really feasible. Our deck doesn't have built-in card advantage to come back, really. Shoot. Well, opponent gets to see how bad our hand is. That was our only piece of early interaction. I don't think we're going to crack this because we really want to draw lands. Ah, the poor man's energy producer. Oh man, Mana Tithe is going to be sweet! Oh my gosh, if we can Mana Tithe them. I didn't realize it last game, but the opponent is playing mono black. With a little bit of blue, I guess. Yeah, we probably have to counter that. We're just going to kill the glint sleeve. They know we have language, so they're not going to play into it. And we don't want them drawing an extra card. Well, that's really bad. We couldn't have killed that with language anyway, though. We are in bad shape here. This is not ideal. What we really want to draw is Gideon right now. I literally can't block that. Ah, we're totally dead. Gosh darn it. I want to draw Terminus. Give me Terminus. Or Damnation. Terminus or Damnation would be quite good. Okay, we have one more draw step at Terminus or Damnation or Gideon. And those are none of those things, and we scoop it up. Anyway, that is going to do it for this draft video. We didn't end up getting the wins, but I think our deck was pretty solid and definitely showcased a lot of the strategies you want to use when drafting a cube, prioritizing the fixing. Our mana, at least, was very excellent throughout the rounds. We came super close to beating Reid Duke. If you did make it all the way to the end of the video, type in the comment section down below hashtag almost beat Reid Duke. I know it's a long hashtag, but it is a good one to let me know you made it all the way till the end of the video. Leave that thumbs up button if you would like to support the channel. If you want to check out the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas is the place to go. Subscribe to the channel, leave that thumbs up, hit that bell icon if you don't want to miss any future videos. And if you would like to support the channel directly, you can do so via the Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Thank you so much to patrons that support at all levels, especially those at the credits level. I mean, just all patrons are great, so thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.